In arithmetic, we have seen addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division instructions. Now, in the logical operations, we are going to use some instructions, and based upon that, we'll be solving two problems. One will be A will be write down for A program to find number of ones and zeros in a given byte. Program to find number of ones and zeros in a given byte. Program to find number of ones and zeros in a given byte. And B part would be program to convert BCD to ASCII and vice versa. Program to convert BCD to ASCII and vice versa. So these are the two problem statements. The first one, in which I need to find out number of ones and zeros in a given byte, and second is to convert my BCD into ASCII and vice versa. So the important thing is to write down the algorithm, the logic behind what logic you are going to implement to find the number of ones and zeros, and the logic which you have to use to convert your BCD number to into ASCII and vice versa. Okay. So as far as part is concerned, I will give you the code. Okay. And for B part, you can try from your side. How do you convert your BCD number to ASCII? You can take any BCD number, and how do you convert it to ASCII? Okay. So you should know. I think this BCD to ASCII conversion already you must have done. In what way you can convert and vice versa, but you have to implement this in the key language, and you have to write down the instructions. You have to write down the program. Okay. So I will show you for the A part. B part you will be doing as a homework. Okay. Now, before I start with this program, can any one of you tell me what logic can we use? Now here even though
So
just a minute. Even though I haven't explained, haven't we have not gone with the instruction sets. Okay. मैं वही बता रहा था कि the instructions which you are used in 8086 and the instruction which you are going to study in 8051, they are near about the same. Okay, with minute changes. Addressing modes are also same. Okay, so whether you implement assembly language program, whether you implement C language program, whether you write down the program in TASM, where you write down the program in Keel, the important thing is the logic behind. आप क्या logic use करोगे, and what that logic, depending upon that logic, you will be writing down the algorithm, and then you have a flow chart, and according to the logic and the flow chart, or algorithm and the flow chart, you will be writing down the program. So can anyone of you tell me what is the logic?
so हम
हाँ.
लोग रोटेट ऑपरेशंस यूज करके हम लोग जो हमारा बिट्स है उसको कैरी में मूव कर सकते हैं, अनकैरी जंप इफ कैरी यूज करके हम लोग कंडीशनल स्टेटमेंट से काउंट इंक्रीज कर सकते हैं.
Yes, that is as simple as it is. Whatever you have said is right. So we can use some instructions in which we will be monitoring the carry, and in the or we can implement the instruction where you are rotating some data through the carry, and we are monitoring the carry bit. We are monitoring the carry bit, and whenever you are getting some number in the carry, 1 or 0, depending upon that, you will be incrementing your register value. Okay, so you can take any register value, and you will first initialize that register value with 0, and whenever you encounter 1 while rotation, whenever you encounter 1 in carry, that time that register value will be incremented by 1, otherwise it won't be incremented. ओके. तो अगर आपके बाइट में अगर 3 बार 1 है, तो आपका वो रजिस्टर 3 बार इंक्रीमेंट होगा whenever you encounter 1 in the carry during rotation. Okay, so these number of ones, so 3 ones will be there, so that register will be incremented 3 times. So that will give you that there are total number of ones. How many? 3 are there, and 8 minus 3 will give you the value, the number of zeros in the byte. So 8 minus 3, that is 5, will give you the number of zeros in the byte. So you have 3 ones and you have 5 zeros in a byte. I'm giving you an example. So that logic can be implemented while writing down the program in Keel. Okay, so I think I will show you that program. I will execute that program in the Keel. Okay, and we will see the output in the registers. Okay, so I will share the screen and see the program and how do you execute the program and where do you see the output. So I am opening the Keel software. So you please write down the algorithm and the flow chart depending upon your explanation जो मैंने आपको explain किया है. Okay, I will directly go to the instructions now. Okay, I will directly write down the instructions. So again, close the previously opened file, the project. So go to the project and close your project. Then go to the project, new Microvision project. So as I have told you, create new project. So for every project, there should be new file or new folder. So in documents 5, then I will open the folder as project 6. Okay, so new folder. So this is project 6. Project 6. So in project 6, the file name with an extension of .uvproj. So here I will write down number of ones. So or I will just write down logical or just write down number of ones. Number of ones. Okay, number of ones is the name of the file which I will be putting in the project 6 with the extension of .uvproj. So save this file. Then search for the microcontroller, the target microcontroller. So 89C51. Manufacturer is microchip vendor. So select this one. Okay. So here I will say no. So you can see target one and see no kiya, so there is no .a51 startup .a51 file is not attached. Okay, then I have to open the new file, new, and the code will be written. So I'm writing down the code directly. I have explained you the logic. So depending upon, see the code. Okay, and if you have any doubt in the code, you please ask me. See logic, you know. So I'm writing down the instructions depending upon that logic. So org 0000h. So my code will start from 000h. Then as I am using the carry flag, I am using the carry flag now. I am using the carry flag. Okay, that is C flag. So that carry flag I need to clear. I need to clear that carry flag. It may have garbage value, it may have 0, it may have 1, anything it may have. The first thing is that I need to clear the carry flag. Okay, so CLR C. CLR C is to clear the carry flag. Then I'm using move R1. See, I'm using register R1 now. So I am using a number, immediate address, not immediate number, that is 0 at h. So move R1 hash, R1 comma hash 0 at h. So R1 is used for what purpose you will come to know after I write down the program. Move R1 comma hash 0 at h. Then I am using the counter now. Move R2 comma hash 00h. So So this R2 will be used as a counter. Okay, it will be used as a counter. So जब जब हमको 1 मिलेगा, I want to increment this counter R2. Okay, I want to increment this R2. So this is R2 initially loaded with 0 value. Then move R3 comma hash R3 comma R3 comma hash 00h. So we'll also come to know why I'm using R3. So here I'm using 3 registers now. I'm using 3 registers. This is a general purpose registers. These are taken from bank 0. Okay, अगर हम specify नहीं करेंगे from which bank I need to take, so it will be by default bank 0. So from bank 0, I am using 3 registers R1, R2 and R3. Okay, so here R1 is 08. Now you can say the 08 I'm loading in R1 because once I'm getting number of ones, that number of ones when subtracted from 8 will give me number of zeros, as simple as it is. So for that 08 will be loaded in R1. R2 I am using as a counter, so initially it should be 00. Then R3 I am taking as 00h. Why I am taking R3 we will see afterwards. So I have taken R1, R2, R3. Now the number which I am interested, the byte जिसमें हमको देखना है कि total number of ones कितने हैं, you can take any number. You can take any number. So that number I will move into R0. So I'm taking a number here as move R0, move R0, comma hash. I'm taking the number as 57h. 57h. So I'm taking the hexadecimal number as 57h. Okay. So this is a number, hexadecimal number. Hexadecimal number. You can you can convert this into binary. This 57h can be converted into binary, and you can able to see how many ones are there. So can you tell me what is the binary representation of 57h? I want the binary
Zero one zero one zero one one one.
uh, 01010111. Yes, right. That means for 7 you write down as 0111, and for 5 you are written as 0101. Yes. So 01010111. So how many ones are there in this 57h?
So 5.
And zeros will be 3. Am I right? Yes or no? So total number of ones are 3 and number of zeros are 3. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I'm taking 57h. You can take any number. So in this 57, I want to find out number of ones and zeros. Okay. Then this is the number I've taken. Then actual program will start from next instruction onwards. Okay. So I will start the instruction. So first thing is you have to take this number into accumulator. You have to take this number into accumulator. Most of the operations, arithmetic operation, logical operations will be done on the accumulator. That's why this number has to be taken into the accumulator. So the instructions you have, so the instruction you have is move a comma r0. Move a comma r0. So r0 will be moved into a. Then now here I am using the label. Now I'm using the label. The name of the label is BACK, back and colon. Back and colon will give you that it is a label. Okay. And here now I am using the instruction that is rotate. I am using the instruction that is rotate. Rotate the content of A through carry. Rotate the content of A through carry. Okay. So for that you have an instruction rotate RRC. Rotate the content of A through accumulator. through carry. So it is RRC space A. This is instruction. Okay. So please remember RRCA means rotate the content of A through accumulate through carry, through carry. So I hope you can imagine this. Yeah, that you have a byte 01010111. This is 8 bits, and these 8 bits I am rotating through the right. I'm rotating right through the carry. So through the carry. So you can imagine now D0, D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D7, and you have one more. You have one more flip flop. You can say flip flop or register. You have one more register, and that register is carry. That register is carry. So whatever the rotation you are doing, that rotation, right rotation, okay, rotate the content of A, that is through the carry. So every time you rotate that, every time that rotation will be moved through the carry. So RRC space A. I have given this label as BACK back. Okay, so you know the function of label. Okay, then next instruction. Now next instruction, अभी हम जब rotate कर रहे हैं वो content को through carry, I need to observe, I need to monitor that particular carry now. Okay, I have to monitor that carry. Then now once you monitor that carry, you have an instruction कि अगर 0 है तो क्या करना है और अगर नहीं है तो क्या करना है. So you have an instruction that is JNC, jump if no carry. Jump if no carry, that means rotation करते समय अगर carry में 0 है, no carry means carry है means 1 और no carry means 0. So whenever there is a 0 in the carry bit, whenever there is 0 in a carry bit, okay, sorry, if there is no 0, sorry, if there is no carry, that means 0. If there is 0 in the carry bit, then I have to jump. Where you have to jump? You have to jump to a label given by skip, skip. Okay, so jump if no carry, where into jump to the label skip, jump to the label skip. तो मुझे जंप कब करना है स्किप पे? जब नो कैरी, यानी ड्यूरिंग रोटेशन अगर कैरी बिट में 0 आता है तो मुझे जंप करना है लेबल पे जिसका नाम है स्किप. ओके, प्लीज रिमेंबर दिस इंस्ट्रक्शन इज इंपॉर्टेंट. सो JNC स्किप. ओके, तो नाउ अज्यूम दैट कि अगर कैरी बिट में 0 है तो मुझे जंप करना है, लेकिन अगर कैरी बिट में अगर 1 आ गया, कैरी बिट में अगर 1 आ गया, तो आपने जो काउंटर यूज किया है, आपने कौन सा काउंटर यूज किया? R2 वाला. आपने जो काउंटर यूज किया यहाँ पे R2 वाला, वो मुझे इंक्रीमेंट करना है. तो अगर JNC है तो मुझे जंप करना है, लेकिन अगर मैंने काउंटर किया 1 इन carry bit, then I have to increment R2. So for incrementing R2, you have instruction INC, increment R2, increment INC2, INC2, R2. I have to increment R2. Okay, so increment करना है, लेकिन अगर 0 बिट है कैरी में तो मुझे स्किप लेवल पे जाना है. तो स्किप लेवल पे जाके मुझे क्या करना है, तो वो इंस्ट्रक्शन यहाँ पे लिखना है. सो यू हैव अ लेबल skip skip colon. Now see here what I am writing down. तो जब अगर 0 मिलता है, अगर 0 मिलता है, ओके, सो आई हैव टू गो बैक, आई हैव टू now decrement my R1. I have to decrement my R1. I am using my 1 byte. 1 byte means 8 bits. 1 byte means 8 bits. So एक रोटेशन में मैंने एनकाउंटर किया C इज इक्वल टू 0 या फिर C इज इक्वल टू 1. C इज इक्वल टू 1 है तो R2 को इंक्रीमेंट करो. C इज इक्वल टू 0 है तो R1 को डिक्रीमेंट करो. R1 को डिक्रीमेंट करो. So for that the instruction is D J N Z. So what is this? Decrement and jump if not 0. Decrement and jump if not 0. Decrement क्या करना है? R1. You have to decrement your R1. and decrement your R1 and jump if non-zero. अगर मैं डिक्रीमेंट करूंगा तो R1 मेरा क्या होगा, 08 था पहले, डिक्रीमेंट करने के बाद अभी 07 हो गया, लेकिन वो R1 0 हुआ है क्या, नहीं। तो डिक्रीमेंट एंड जंप इफ नॉन जीरो, जब तक जीरो नहीं होता है R1 तब तक मुझे कहाँ जंप करना है, अगेन मुझे जंप करना है ये बैक, यहाँ पे जंप करना है। सो DJNZ R1 कॉमा बैक, BACK बैक। सो दिस इज इंस्ट्रक्शन। ओके, तो इंक्रीमेंट R2 करूंगा, ओके, वो होने के बाद सॉरी इंक्रीमेंट R2 करूंगा अगर C इक्वल टू 1 मिला, लेकिन अगर C इक्वल टू 0 मिला तो मुझे यहाँ पे जाना है, ये लेवल पे जाना है। ये लेवल पे मैंने क्या इंस्ट्रक्शन लिखा कि R1 को मुझे डिक्रीमेंट करना है जब तक मेरा R1 0 नहीं होता है, और अगर वो 0 नहीं होता है तो मुझे तब तक कहाँ जंप करना है, ओके, डिक्रीमेंट एंड जंप इफ नॉन जीरो R1, तब तक मुझे जंप करना है बैक पे। सो वेयर इज योर बैक, योर बैक इज हियर, योर लेबल इज बैक, एंड अगेन रोटेट the content of accumulator through carry। फिर से एक बार एक शिफ्ट में रोटेट किया, बाद में फिर से दूसरे शिफ्ट में रोटेट करो, ओके, एंड कंटिन्यू द सेम साइकिल। सो 1 2 3 4, these four instructions will be executed how many times, it will be executed 8 times till your R1 becomes 0, till your R1 becomes 0। अभी ये सब करते 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 मेरा R1 0 हो गया, R1 0 हो गया, तो अभी यहाँ पे इंस्ट्रक्शन क्या होगा, यहाँ पे इंस्ट्रक्शन सेटिस्फाई होगा क्या, DJNZ डिक्रीमेंट एंड जंप इफ नॉन जीरो, लेकिन R1 अभी 0 हो गया, तो मैं बैक पे जाऊंगा, नो आई विल नॉट गो हियर नाउ, आई विल नॉट गो हियर, यू विल स्टॉप। और स्टॉप करने के बाद फिर आप कहाँ जाओगे, स्टॉप होने के बाद, हाँ, you will now you have got the number of ones that is stored in R2 now। R2 में जो भी नंबर जो भी वैल्यू रहेंगी, that many number of ones you have, but even I want, आपका एम क्या था, to find number of ones and zeros। तो अब मैंने जैसे बताया था 8 minus that number will give you the number of zeros। so for that write down the instruction as move। अब ये सब एक्यूमुलेटर के थ्रू ही होता है। सो मूव, मैं ए में एक बार क्या मूव करूंगा, ए में मैं मूव करूंगा 08 08H, ओके, बाद में फिर मैं क्या करूंगा, जो R2 है वो बी में मूव करूंगा, मूव बी कॉमा R2, ओके, एंड बाद में यू हैव एन इंस्ट्रक्शन SUBB, SUBB A comma A, SUBB A comma B। so here if you subtract A comma B, then it will give you the answer in accumulator A, and actually the answer in accumulator A is the number of zeros, is the number of zeros, okay। So I want that number of zeros should be available in R3 register, okay, R3 register। so again I can write down one more instruction, that is move R3 comma A, and you will end the program, you will end the program। so number of zeros is available in R3, number of ones is available in R2, okay। और ये 00 मैंने just to clear the registers with no garbage value, initially it should be 0, and even I'm using my 0 R2 as 0 because I want to increment this R2, so that number of ones I should get। so once I get the number of ones in R2, then I have moved into B, so that I can use the instruction SUBB A comma B, okay, and the answer is in storage, the answer which I got, that is number of zeros that is stored into the accumulator, and I want that should be moved into the special register, that is a general purpose register R3। so R2 will have number of ones, R3 will have number of zeros, and you will end the program, okay। so this is as per the logic, the program has been written। अभी मेरा सिर्फ काम है इसको execute करना, okay। so once you have written this, now save the file, save the file, see you know, it should be in the same folder project 6 में। so you have got this number of ones मैंने लिखा था, now the file I have created, you can write down here as you can write down, मैंने number of ones ऊपर लिखा है, तो here you can write down number of ones, NOS, okay, short form of number of ones, NO1S, okay, number of ones. And I have to save as assembly language program, so .asm, okay, and save the file. So once the file is saved, you can see the changes. See here, blue colors are all instructions. Blue color are all the instructions. Back and skip are not the instructions. They are the labels. Okay, so they are not in the blue color. You can see here RRC is the instruction, so it is in the blue color. DJNZ is the instruction, that is why it is in the blue color. Okay, then the numbers which you have taken, they are in the red color. Okay, they are in the red color. It is showing in the black color. Okay, how something is wrong, it will be shown when you translate and build and rebuild. Once you translate, build and rebuild. Okay, so we have saved the file. Now I want this file should be attached to the source group 1. So I have told you, just right click on this and add existing file to the source group 1. So once you click on this, it will ask you which file you want to this is the file which I want to attach. So select this file and add. So add करने के बाद वो close नहीं होगा window, खुद को close करना है. You have to close this. So close this. And if you expand this, you will see number ones.asm file has been attached. Okay, this file has been attached. You have saved the file. Now the second thing is to translate, build and rebuild. So that linking program, executable file, and if some error is there, that can be seen on this. So I'm going to translate now. If there is error, you will be able to see on the bottom side. Yes, there are 0 errors and 0 warnings, so code is fine. Then build and rebuild. So here you will get this organized file. Okay, then go to the debug, start the debug session. Okay, so here you have a disassembly program in which you will be seeing the opcode and everything. So I will just put it down. Yes, now see here, I won't execute the program. I won't run the program. I want you to see the registers values as how they are changing while executing the instructions one by one. Okay, now here, if you want, you can expand the PSW also. Now can you see here, your carry flag is 0. Okay, your carry flag is 0. Okay, now I will execute one by one. See here now. So you have cleared the flag, so your flag is 0 now. Next instruction which will be executed will be, it will be moved to R1. See here, and your program counter, it is at 0001. Okay, you have to pay attention how these are changing. Now here 08 will move into R1. 08 का है, ऊपर जाना पड़ेगा. यस, R1 हो गया 08. ओके, बाद में आपका R2 00 होगा. R2 00 हो गया. बाद में आपका R3 00 होगा. So here also your R3 00. Now your R0 will be now your R0 will have 57. So see here now, your R0 is having 57 now. Okay, then you are moving this R0 into accumulator. Then again you enter this, accumulator will have 57. Now see here, parity bit is generated because of number of odd ones. आपने मुझे क्या बताया था कि सर 5 number of ones are there. 5 number of ones means odd parity. Odd parity means देखो parity bit 1 हो गया. parity bit 1 हो गया. So whatever आपने जो किया parity bit 1 हो गया, यानी it is a number of ones are odd. Okay, I will just show you. हाँ, बाद में फिर से now मैंने क्या execute किया? I have moved A into R0 into A. Now RRC. अब देखो क्या होगा. During the rotation आपने मुझे बताया 0 1 0 1 0 1 1 1, तो पहले आपका जो LSB का बीट है वो रोटेट होगा. तो आप now you have to imagine now आपका बीट्स क्या है? 0 1 0 1 0 1 1. LSB1 is rotated through the carry, इसलिए देखो carry 1 हो गया. Now this carry will be 1 I think for 3 times. Okay, तो JNC skip, ये आपने रोटेट किया, कैरी जनरेट हो रहा है, सो जंप इफ नो कैरी, लेकिन कैरी जनरेट हुआ है तो ये यहाँ पे नहीं जाएगा, इंक्रीमेंट R2 करेगा. आपका R2 देखो कहाँ पे है, ये देखो आपका R2. अब मैं नेक्स्ट इंस्ट्रक्शन जब एग्जीक्यूट करूंगा R2 होना चाहिए 1. सी आना. हाँ अभी हाँ JNC उसने चेक किया, JNC skip चेक किया. अभी जब वो नेक्स्ट इंस्ट्रक्शन INC R2, okay, now then we will see what is going to happen. See here R2 0 1 हो गया. Okay, so your R2 has become 0 1. Then once that is done, then JNZ R1 वो 0 है कि नहीं, आपको कहाँ जंप करना है? बैक. Then again you go to back. See your program counter, यहाँ से डायरेक्ट यहाँ पे जंप किया उसने, यहाँ से डायरेक्ट यहाँ पे जंप किया, फिर से आपको रोटेट करना है. ओके, अभी आपका जो कैरी था 1 था, नेक्स्ट टाइम भी वो 1 ही रहने वाला है. Yes, see here again 1, and I think this thing will continue till your R2 becomes this will continue till your R1 becomes 0. Okay, हम R1 भी मॉनिटर करेंगे. See your R1 6 हुआ. Okay, now I am going to continuously click on this till your R1 becomes 0. R1 5 हो गया, R1 4 हो गया, R1 3 हो गया, R1 2 हो गया, R1 1 हो गया, अब R1 0. Once it is 0 now, it is asking you to move 08 into A. So your 0 will be moved into A. Then you are moving R2 into B. So R2 में 5 गया. You are doing the subtraction now. So once you do the subtraction, you will have 3. See your 8 minus 5 gives you 3, and the answer is in the accumulator. And you want this 3 should be in register R3. So here you can see register R3 here. Can you see here? Now अब ये होगा 3. R3 will become 3 now. See here. So you have got the answer. R2 will have number of ones as 5, and R3 will have the number of zeros as 3. And this is the end of the program. Last, you will end the program. Okay.
सर
हाँ
सर मैंने प्रोग्राम रन किया तो इनिशियली मैं स्टेप वाइज एग्जीक्यूट कर रहा था.
हाँ
और सर तो मैंने उसके आधा प्रोग्राम एग्जीक्यूट किया तो फर्स्ट 2 लूप्स मैंने रन किए तो सर वो R2 में बराबर वैल्यूज इंक्रीमेंट हो रहा था. मैंने फिर एक साथ एग्जीक्यूट कर दिया, भी मेरे को कुछ और ही वैल्यू दिख रहा है प्रोग्राम में.
आपने स्टेप बाय स्टेप एग्जीक्यूशन किया या डायरेक्ट रन किया डिबग में जाके? देखो ये डिबग में जाना है, डिबग में जाना है और रन करना है. तो रन करेंगे तो ऑल योर प्रोग्राम विल बी एग्जीक्यूटेड इन अ सिंगल गो, स्टेप ओवर.
सर वो स्टेप के बाजू में वो एक और ये है ना, वो ब्रैकेट के बाहर वाला,
ये वाला
हाँ
स्टेप ओवर.
हाँ यस सर. तो
नहीं
मैंने
नहीं
वो किया, उसके बाद तो मेरा मुझे
देखो,
कुछ और.
आपको सिंगल स्टेप बाय स्टेप करना है तो इसको स्टेप F11 जो है स्टेप बाय स्टेप 1 लाइन ये करो, या फिर आपको एट सिंगल इस पे जाना है तो डिबग में जाओ और यहाँ पे रन करो. ये देखो रन, ये दोनों में से यूज करो. इधर यू गो विद रन और यू गो विद सिंगल स्टेपिंग, बस. डू नॉट गो विद स्टेप ओवर, डू नॉट गो विद स्टेप ओवर.
ओके सर.
Then you try and then you will get the answer. So I want you to run this code. Okay, इसमें जो कुछ आपको एक just hold on, just hold on, please hold on. Yes. So please, you take the printout of this code, and I want, once you run the program, I want these values 5, 3, the number which you have taken 57. Okay, and at the last, if possible, the carry. Now at jab last hoga, to you have cleared the carry value, so this will be clear. Okay, but actually PSW will show you कि parity bit क्या है आपका. Initially हम देखेंगे 5 number of 1 से, it is odd parity, so P will be 1, and for even parity P will be 0. तो आपका number of ones already 5 था, so here parity will be 1, क्योंकि जब आप accumulator में जो 57 मूव करते हो तभी आपका parity bit वहां पे आ जाता है. Okay, so this is how it should be executed. Any questions regarding this? Is it fine to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
हाँ, so I think you have got the feel of program now कि programs कैसे लिखे, and these programs are already the programs which we have studied in 8086. So that's why I have told you many of the times key addressing modes and instruction sets, please do it by yourself. इसलिए मैं भी आगे आगे अगर लूंगा तो मैं just I will go through. I won't be explaining you in the detail. Okay, so I'm expecting that you will do this by yourself. Instruction sets and addressing modes. Okay, and these are the few instructions, logical instructions. So can you tell me which are the logical instructions which we have used here?
Sir,
Anyone?
rotate.
Yes.
Sir, RRC. Then
Ah.
we use the jump conditions. But
Yes.
I don't know, sir, whether jump conditions will count in logical.
RRC is a rotation. Okay, so logical. J and Z is logical. Increment is logical. DJ and Z is a logical one. Okay, then move instructions are the data transfer instructions, and SUBB is a what arithmetic operation. Okay, and others are the instructions which I have shown. That is a logical one. Okay, so using the logic we have used that particular instructions. So this is the one part which you have to do, and the second part you do as a homework. You have now you can submit this assignment if possible by Saturday. Okay, now we will be doing as a conversion of a number of ASCII into BCD and BCD into ASCII. Okay, and already you have studied this in the DSD. So I just want you to do to implement what logic you can use, and depending upon that logic, you will be writing down the program. And the program is very simple. Hardly it will take 7 to 8 lines, including your ORG and including your end, including our org and end. Only 8 line instruction program is there once you convert from BCD to ASCII. Okay, and the same thing you can implement for ASCII to BCD. Okay, so you will try by yourself, use the instructions. You can Google search and you can see the reference book and use these such instructions where you can convert the BCD into ASCII and ASCII into BCD. Any questions you have? So in the assignments, I will be giving you this write up, the format of this experiment, and you will be doing this. I want the algorithm and the flowchart for the 2 problem statement, and take the printout of the code and the output and submit by Saturday evening. Is it fine? Is it fine?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So I think we can stop for today. Who is going to take that and this one attendance हो गया क्या?
Yes, sir.
हाँ ठीक है, हो गया शायद.
Yes.
Yes, she has taken the attendance. So if you don't have any questions, you can leave.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Sir,
हाँ बोलो.
DJNZ stands for?
DJNZ. हाँ, अच्छा, one more thing, all of you, while writing down the theory, whatever the instructions we are using in the program, please elaborate them, explain them in your theory. जो लोग अभी चले गए, others can just inform them that whatever the instructions we are using, they have to write down, they have to elaborate in the theory. So DJNZ stands for decrement and jump if non-zero.
Okay, sir.
And jump if non-zero. and I am concentrating on R1 register. Okay, so decrement and jump if non-zero R1 comma कहाँ पे jump करना है, R1 comma के बाद मुझे वो लेबल देना पड़ता है. ओके, सो DJNZ स्पेस R1 को मैं मॉनिटर कर रहा हूँ. ओके, तो वो डिक्रीमेंट करना है R1 और कब तक जंप करना है, जब तक वो जीरो नहीं होता. और कहाँ पे जंप करना है, दैट इज मेंशन्ड इन दैट इंस्ट्रक्शन एट द लास्ट, दैट इज लेबल, नेम ऑफ द लेबल.
Understood, sir.